Okay, today is the 26th of December. My baby. Look at him. He's such a big baby. He's so baby. Ugh. Look how cute he is. So, I'm home. I went to work. And then during break time, I had a seizure. Fun. I'm not turning off the AC. I mean, my fan. I know it's loud, but also, like, I'm internally hot and feel uncomfortable. So I'm not turning that off. And I only have, like, I don't know. I don't even like the, I don't know if I edit things. Anyways, yeah, so today has sucked balls. It has been a hard day. I feel like reading something. I'm just like in a bad. That water's good. So I don't feel great. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I hate life. And it was so embarrassing because I was like in the break room. And I was like, I felt weird. Like I felt weird. And I didn't listen to myself because sometimes I do feel weird and then like it passes and I feel better. I took medicine and like I hadn't taken my medicine, my daily medicine yet. So I was like, oh, well, I haven't taken that and that aid, I take it. I took some ibuprofen and I was like, okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to work. And then I just felt really bad the whole time too. Like I just felt off and weird. I've been feeling off and weird for a couple of days. So, and then like Friday I felt really like happy and excited and like not, I don't know, not doing like my normal thing of just like, I don't know how to describe it. Like I was too peppy. And I just knew it was kind of coming. I had a seizure the morning of Christmas. It was a nocturnal seizure and it was scary. I woke up during it and I couldn't control my body and it was scary. Then it passed and I went to the restroom and I went back to bed and I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was really tired yesterday. I just slept. I stayed home. I didn't go see family. I didn't do anything like that. I just stayed my ass at home. And then I went to work today and I thought like, even on the way to work, I was kind of like, okay, we're going to get today done. Like everything's going to be cool. You know, it's going to be a chill day too because not a lot of people are going to be there. Like, they're not really expecting much done today, too. Just, like, go in, do your job, leave. And I started doing my job. I started, like, working. I was working fine through the first hour. I made a lot of progress. But then at 7, I started feeling really weird, like, really bad. This funky AF. And, like, I even, like, tried to go and, like, I thought I was tired, honestly. I was like, I don't know why I'm tired. Like, I'm just like, I slept yesterday. I slept today, like last night, pretty well. I don't know why I was tired. So I went to the cafeteria, the break room, and I had some tea, because I was tired. I'm like still tired, but then then I basically had the tea. See, I'm so confused. I'm having a bit of confusion currently. I'm even talking to a friend, and like I'm trying to have a conversation, but I'm like really confused, and I keep misspelling things, and I hate that, especially since I'm trying to impress said friend. Anyways, so I just went back to work, and I tried to sit down, and I felt funny, and then I was like, well, let me go like talk to another human being and like, calm down a little, I guess. So I went to like one of my work associates, one of my work friends, and we talked a little bit, and I was like laying on the the seat a little bit, and my boss saw me and was like, don't go to sleep, seriously, don't sleep. I was like, okay, yeah, I know, but really I wasn't sleeping. I was like, I felt so funky, like I felt so weird, and I wasn't even, there was part of me. So my boss, my manager, he knows that I have epilepsy, and I was like, I didn't want to scare my mom either. I work with my mom, but like, I kind of wish my boss was there, because I don't know, I would have went to him and been like, can I have a seizure underneath your desk or something? But I know he would have sent me home anyways. But also, like, I felt like it was coming, but I didn't know for sure. And so I went to break, and I took my meds, and I was putting back my purse because my meds were in my purse. And I went, and I was so dizzy. I was like, oh my God, it's coming. I don't feel right. It's happening. And then even I have this like mantra I say when I feel like something's going to happen, to calm myself down, because I do have a bit of PTSD when it comes to seizures and epilepsy. And I tell myself, if it's going to happen, it would have happened already. If it's going to happen, I have no control over when it's going to happen, and just let it happen. Like, it's okay. Like, I tell myself these things because a lot of times I get like almost, I don't know if other epileptics do this or feel this way, but it's almost like I'm trying to fight it. And I don't know if that's like the medication too, but like, it's like, it feels like I'm trying to fight it. Like, I'm trying my best to like stay awake, stay present, like not let like the nausea, not let the confusion, not let myself release from reality. I don't know if that makes sense, but it obviously, and this is why I say it to myself, obviously if it's going to happen, I have no control over that. So like, that kind of helps me calm down sometimes with the PTSD, because of the fact that like, I'm telling myself I'm having a panic attack versus like the reality of having a seizure, because of the fact that like, if I'm going to have a seizure, I'm going to have a seizure, period. There is no like fighting that, right? So I just started saying that to myself, and I was like, and I turned around, and I was walking through this tunnel, and I was like, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of this, because there's a little like cubby area. It's like, I have to get out of this area. I'm gonna have a seizure. I'm going, like, in like stressed anxiety. So then I'm like, PTSD. And then I keep telling myself, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Like, I have no control over that. You're just having a panic attack. Everything's fine. If it's going to happen, it would have happened by now. Telling myself these things, right? But then I reached my mom. She was waiting for me because she was nervous about me. And I had even told her, like, I feel weird. And so she sees me, and and I'm like, something is actually wrong. I don't feel right. And she like, okay, okay, we're going home. And I'm like against the lockers. And we're in like the entryway to get back into our job. But there were people coming in to break, right? And people leaving break. And and I can't move. Like I can't walk. I'm leaned up against the lockers. I'm scared to move. And then my mom gets like, this other person came up. She's really nice, and she was like, what's going on? And my mom started speaking in Spanish. I don't know what she was saying. Probably like help me or whatever. And so I fell. Well, my mom told me to try to walk forward, and I looked down at my feet. I tried to walk forward, and I just like lost control of my feet. Like I just fell down. I started twitching and like yelping. Yeah, you know, it was a vocal aware seizure. It wasn't a grand mal at all. And of course, it sucks because I'm aware of what's going on. I just am not in control of my body. And so I'm aware that people are staring at me, and I'm aware like I don't really think a lot of thoughts while it's happening, but I'm just definitely aware that there's like feet. And also like I started feeling like I was suffocating. Like I was so scared because then there's so many people around me, and I'm like suffocating. I'm like freaking out. I feel like shit, and I'm like hurting inside. And I don't know. It was bad. And then my mom's holding me, this other lady's holding me, and I'm like having a seizure, and all these people are staring at me. And then one of my mom, think, I think, I think she got one of my, I think she asked for one of my bosses, basically, our boss. And she goes, go get this person. And that boss knows that I have epilepsy. And he came up and he was like, do I need to call an ambulance? Because that's like people who don't understand what epilepsy really is and what epilepsy like can be, like not taking into the idea of grand mal seizures. And like the thing is everyone knows what a grand mal seizure is. And even when I have a grand mal seizure, unless I'm like not able to get out of it, or I'm having multiple grand mal seizures, or I'm having like post-epidal that is like lasting too long, or I'm having like some sort of problem getting back to reality, like not knowing what people are or TVs are or things like that, that's when you go to the ER and stuff like that, because something's wrong, right? But like when you live with epilepsy, you're not going to the ER every 2 seconds. You're not going to the ER for vocal aware seizures. You're not going to the ER for tonic seizures. You're not going to the ER for absent seizures, for things like that. You're not doing it. For nocturnal seizures, you're not going to the ER for things like that. Those are things that sadly sometimes you just have to live with, and it sucks. It fucking sucks. And especially since people don't know the difference, and people don't sometimes see those things like tonic seizures and like absent seizures or abscess seizures, even like nocturnal seizures I can have. And then I have the repercussions, the scar marks of of a seizure the next day. So I have like scars in my mouth, I have holes in my tongue, I have holes in my cheek, I have nail marks on my fingers. My fingers, my hands. I'm just, there are things, there are memory issues, there are sorry, my friend is like messaging me and I'm like reading what he's saying and I'm trying to talk passionately at the same time. But, there are things where there's people don't understand that it's not just the grand mal seizure that impacts you. You don't get up and just act fine, right? When it comes to the grand mal seizure, but also like today, having that seizure, I do feel so much better. And that's what sucks. I've been feeling so bad the last couple of weeks, and I feel so much better today. Like after it happened, I have emotions because it's embarrassing and it's worrisome because I had it at work and they say that they're going to be okay with it and all that stuff, but it's scary, and then it's embarrassing, and then I feel shamed because I couldn't not control it. And I have all these emotions, but then like right now I know my dialogue is wrong, and I know that like speaking is bad right now. My speaking is bad, like my sentence structures are bad. My words are jumbled. A lot of a lot of like what I'm speaking about are hard for my brain to like communicate to my mouth because I have aphasia, and when I have epilepsy, do you see? When I have seizures, my aphasia gets worse. It gets like exasperated, and I have aphasia because of epilepsy. So it just gets worse, and I don't go to like PT, like physical therapy for my speech. I don't go to speech therapy like I should when you have aphasia. That's something I really want to do because I hate that I mess up words and I hate that I forget words, and that takes practice to like build your brain back up. But like those are like symptoms. Those are symptoms of my epilepsy that people, don't know. A lot of times people get frustrated with me because I can't remember a certain word. They're like, what's wrong with you? Or you don't know what that is? Or just demeaning shit where they think I'm like stupid. But it's just like really hard for me to speak sometimes. And so like if I have a nocturnal seizure, the next day my words are going to be fucked. My memory is going to be fucked. It's just going to be that way. Today, even like remembering the morning is not going to be filed correctly within my brain. I feel so, I don't know, sad for myself, I guess. And I've been like trying to be positive this whole week. I've been like meditating and thinking on thoughts and really considering stuff, and feeling like I can do certain things and I can grab the bull by the horns sort of thing. And then this happened and it just sucks. I just want to be like in control of my body and in control of my life. I want to drive again, and I want to live alone, and I want to do so much. It is hard because I feel inadequate because of epilepsy. And I know I'm like a good worker. I know I'm dedicated. I know I have a good resilience to life. If in all the pain that I felt and have felt, it just sucks. It just sucks. I just want to be I just want to be happy, And to me, happiness is like freedom and independence. And I want to drive myself to work again. I want to save up for a little apartment or a little nugget house. I want to take my cats and live in a spot that I love and meet a man that can tolerate me. I don't know. I feel so ashamed, I guess, and hopeless. But I feel better. My brain feels better, like as if I had popped a pimple. And I don't know if anybody else in the epilepsy community feels that way when they have seizures. Because it does, it feels better. I feel better right now. I wish I could go back to work. It fucking sucks, man. It just fucking sucks. And I wanted to stop. And I don't know. I just really want to be well. Fucking, I don't want people to stare at me, and I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to. My mom made a joke because in Garden State, Natalie Portman's character has epilepsy, and she has to wear a like cap, a special cap, to work, so that she doesn't get hurt if she falls because she has epilepsy. And my mom was like, maybe they'll ask you to get one of those hats. I'm like, oh my god. No. That sounds awful. I hate when people say that, like, she didn't have character development or character flaws or character problems, or, like, I don't know, like this thought process of being a manic pixie girl situation when, like, dude, she had to deal with a lot that people didn't understand, and she built strength from that. She had a lot of resilience because of that. She was inspiring because of that. I don't know. It's a good movie. Great soundtrack. I'm gonna stop crying, and I'm gonna go lay down and talk to my friend D. And yeah, and thank you for letting me vent.